Ghenh Da Dia, the pearl of tourism. Although not as well known as other scenic spots in Vietnam, Ghenh Da Dia Phu Yen is truly a pearl of domestic tourism. This is a natural landscape formed from volcanic basalt, forming columns of different heights. Everything seems to have been carved by an artisan millions of years ago. The rock cliffs were formed when lava from volcanic eruptions met seawater and hardened into very unique shapes. This scenic spot is still not known to many tourists because it is located on the outskirts of An Ninh Dong commune, Phu Yen province. Ghenh Da Dia is probably a gift that Mother Nature has bestowed upon Phu Yen. With a history of nearly 200 million years of regeneration and formation, today Ghenh Da Dia Phu Yen has become a tourist destination with great appeal to all visitors. Hexagonal stone blocks stacked on top of each other like a honeycomb create a beautiful visual effect. We invite you to come to Phu Yen once and share your feelings when standing in front of the beautiful scenery here. Ghenh Da Dia Phu Yen is recognized as a national scenic relic with a shape like a giant honeycomb jutting out into the sea. It is a unique natural wonder. The first time setting foot here, no one is not surprised and wondering why those giant stone blocks are stacked on top of each other in such an orderly manner, as if an invisible hand had skillfully carved and arranged them. History of formation. The Ghenh Da Dia was formed from volcanic lava that erupted nearly 200 million years ago. When the hot lava erupted and met cold seawater, it immediately froze. At the same time, a convection phenomenon occurred, causing the rock blocks to crack in the following directions: vertical, diagonal, horizontal, forming cracked rock blocks in the shape of octagons, hexagons, pentagons, vertical or gently sloping, half submerged, and half floating on the sea. The Ghenh is usually a rocky shore located close to the riverbank or the seashore. Along the central coast, there are many rocky shores, but perhaps the most unique and beautiful is Ghenh Da Dia in Village 6, An Ninh Dong commune, Tai An district. This is truly a rare natural beauty. The name Ghenh Da Dia partly describes the characteristics of this reef. The rocks here are erected in columns that are closely aligned and even. The stone pillars have a hexagonal or circular cross-section like a food plate. Because of this feature, it is called Ghenh Da Dia. Ghenh Da Dia is 50 m wide and stretches over 2,000 m. Next to the reef is a crescent-shaped sandbank, about 3 kilometers long. The sand here is white, clean and smooth, a very good bathing beach. Ghenh Da Dia is half submerged in the waves. The foam is clear all year round. The waves beat up and polish the rocks to a jet black color. There are places where the mark of time is imprinted like a honeycomb. In the middle of the reef is a depression. The water stagnates into pools. Around the pool, the rocks are layered. Sitting here leaning against the rocks, letting the soul relax and looking from the high sky to the vast ocean. The rosy sunshine, the cool breeze blends with the sound of the waves beating rhythmically. In that scene, no one's heart is not moved. Over time, the cracks are eroded by the sea water, but the rocks still cling to each other tightly and persistently. Each long rock block with a special shape is stacked on top of each other, looking from afar like a giant honeycomb built on the coast, but when approaching, we have the feeling that these are large plates stacked on top of each other. Perhaps that is why this place has a strange name, Ghenh Da Dia. Ghenh Da Dia will become an attractive tourist destination for the whole country. Recently, Deputy Prime Minister Tran Hong Ha approved the task of establishing a plan to preserve, restore, and renovate the special national relic Ghenh Da Dia to become an attractive tourist destination for the whole country. This will help promote the unique values of Ghenh Da Dia, promoting the development of tourism in Phu Yen. In particular, the scenic landscape of Ghenh Da Dia has attracted many domestic photographers to come and create. In particular, photographer Nguyen Le Vien Do, member of the Phu Yen Literature and Arts Association, member of the Vietnam Association of Photographic Artists, recorded a lifetime photo of Ghenh Da Dia, with an S shape like the map of Vietnam. The special national relic Ghenh Da Dia not only has geological value but also has many cultural and historical values. Ghenh Da Dia is a key and unique tourist destination of Phu Yen. Almost all tourists coming to Phu Yen must visit this scenic spot at least once, said Mr. Cao Hong Nguyen, head of the Tourism Management Department. The decision approving the task of establishing a plan to preserve, restore, and rehabilitate the special national relic Ghenh Da Dia, signed by the Deputy Prime Minister on December 4, specifically stated the contents that must be implemented. At the same time, the Provincial People's Committee, the planning management agency of PHU YEN, the investor, is assigned to carry out this task within 24 months from the date of signing. Accordingly, the scope of planning research is nearly 809 hectares, not including the protected area of the Ghenh Da Dia National Special Monument. The planning research object includes the entire Ghenh Da Dia National Special Monument and the surrounding natural landscape, environment, and ecology. Planning objectives: the planning aims to fully identify the value and preserve the unique geological values of the Ghenh Da Dia scenic spot, protect water resources, biodiversity, geology, geomorphology and cultural heritage of the community in the area, complete the system of records and data as a basis for digital transformation and automation in the management, protection, and promotion of the value of the relic. The planning aims to promote the value of the Ghenh Da Dia scenic spot, making it an attractive tourist destination of PHU YEN province, the south-central region and the whole country, connect with other historical, cultural relics and scenic spots in the locality, form a chain of tourism products, combine protection and environmental protection, contribute to the socio-economic development of the locality and raise awareness and responsibility of the community in preserving the unique values of the scenic spot and traditional cultural heritage of the area. At the same time, the planning will determine the protection boundary of the relic as a legal basis for management and protection, is the legal basis for attracting investment resources. According to Dr. Pham Chung Luong, Institute for Tourism Development Research, the special national relic of Ghenh Da Dia has great, precious, diverse, and unique values. The government's approval of the planning task of this relic is very important for the development of the tourism industry in PHU YEN. Comrade Deo Mai, vice chairman of the province, expressed his joy when the Deputy Prime Minister approved the planning task of the special national relic of Ghenh Da Dia. Because before that, the province also had a policy to invest in the project of planning, renovating and embellishing this special national relic to effectively promote the potential, value and effectively protect the relic. The task of planning the special national relic of Ghenh Da Dia was requested by the government to be implemented within 24 months. The province will direct agencies, units, and localities to deploy and complete it soon to promote the value of the relic, contributing to promoting local economic development. Ghenh Da Dia is a scenic spot of special value to the province and Vietnam, an ideal place for people and tourists to visit and enjoy. In the past, this relic has not been invested in proportion to its potential and advantages. The value of the relic has not been effectively promoted compared to the advantages that nature has bestowed on PHU YEN. Therefore, the planning task approved by the government this time is very important and meaningful. The province will direct its urgent implementation, said the vice chairman. On April 1, PHU YEN province solemnly held the 410th anniversary of the establishment and development of PHU YEN, 1611 to 2021, and received the certificate of ranking as a special national monument of Ghenh Da Dia scenic spot. At the ceremony, the member of the party Central Committee, Secretary of the PHU YEN Provincial Party Committee read a speech reviewing the history of the establishment and development of PHU YEN over the past 410 years. It has been 46 years since the Liberation Day, especially after more than 30 years of re-establishment of the province. The party committee and people of PHU YEN continue to promote the revolutionary tradition, strive to heal the wounds of war, promote socio-economic development, and have achieved very important initial achievements in stabilizing and gradually improving the lives of the people. PHU YEN today is renewing and developing every day in all fields. The provincial economy has developed strongly, with an average annual GDP growth rate of 7%. The economic structure has shifted towards increasing the proportion of industry, construction and services. PHU YEN has formed the Southern PHU YEN Economic Zone, which is the gateway to the Sea of the Central Highlands, the provinces of southern Laos as well as northeastern Cambodia and Thailand, a major international trade center, with an important position in terms of national defense and security. The infrastructure in the province has been invested in relatively complete and widely distributed. Phu Yen tourism has been developing, gradually becoming an important and spearhead economic sector of the province. Monuments and scenic spots such as Nan Tower, Ghenh Da Dia, Mui Dai Lan Bai Mon, Han Yen, Xian Dai Bei, Vung Ro are new destinations attracting tourists on their journey through the central region. Up to now, Phu Yen has 58 83rd communes meeting new rural standards, 2 new rural districts. The province's average income per capita in 2020 reached 52.9 million VND, 1.6 times higher than in 2015. The number of poor households decreased to 2.5%. At the ceremony, the leaders of Phu Yen province, on behalf of the party committee, government, and people in the province, were honored to receive the certificate of ranking the Ghenh Da Dia Special National Monument. According to some geological experts, in some provinces in the central and central highlands such as Dak Lak, Dak Nang, Quang Ngai, columnar basalt is also exposed due to volcanic activity. However, columnar basalt in these localities does not have the unique beauty of Ghenh Da Dia. In addition to its geological value and unique natural landscape, Ghenh Da Dia also has values in terms of biodiversity, history, and culture typical of coastal residents. These are important conditions for Phu Yen tourism to develop sustainably. The Prime Minister decided to rank Ghenh Da Dia scenic landscape as a special national monument on December 31, 2020. The main area of Ghenh Da Dia scenic landscape has an area of about 2,700 square meters. The basalt columns here form 2 capes jutting out into the sea. Cape the first block is located to the north, featuring tilted, curved stone columns. The second point is located to the south with mostly vertical stone columns and forming steps from low to high. Currently, many places in the world also have columnar basalt blocks: Giant's Causeway in Northern Ireland, Los Organos in Spain, Fingal Cave in Scotland, or Juzangjali Cliff on Jeju Island, Korea. In addition, right in Tien District, there are also some similar locations such as Han Yen, An Hoa Hai Commune, Trakoy Abyss, Ho Tran Abyss, An Xian Commune, Song Abyss, Ham Abyss, and Lin Commune. In September 2019, at the quarry in Xian Duke Village, An Phu Commune, Tai Hoa City, the mining unit also discovered columnar basalt layers. Da Dia culture: people here still pass down 2 legends about the origin of Ghenh Da Dia. According to the first legend, these rocks were originally a treasure trove of gold, silver, and jewels. One night, bad guys set fire to the door with the intention of stealing this treasure, but halfway through, a tornado swept them away and made a terrible explosion. The next morning, people discovered that the treasure had turned to stone. The second legend says that this place has a poetic landscape, so the gods descended to earth, bringing gold cups and jade plates to hold a banquet, but because they were so engrossed in having fun, they forgot the stacks of plates and bowls, which turned to stone over time. On the southwestern edge of the scenic spot is the stone plate tomb, worshipping the Nam Hai god, aka whale, of the local fishermen, built around the mid-19th century under the reign of King Tu Duke.